This episode of After Hours is presented by EDUKWEST, the vertical news environment for individuals and corporate. Your content, your way. For more info, visit edukwest.com.
I'm staring at my laptop screen, scrolling through the feed. I'm subscribed to 100 blogs, but there's still nothing to read.
Hi everybody and welcome. My name is Kirsten Winkler. I'm the founder of EDUKWEST and we are going into the fourth issue of the After Hours. All the interesting stories that unfortunately didn't make it into an EDUKWEST blog post. And well, as you can see my screen here, I think that a lot of people felt that they should issue a statement, write a story, article or blog post about it. I actually decided against it and let the images speak for itself, and I think that's all I want to say about this first story. Well, let's go over to Startup Weekend Edu in Seattle. They announced a winner. They had 15 startups pitching, and the winner is Text to Teach. Basically a tool that allows teachers to engage with at-risk students via text messages. I feel that this space is getting a little bit crowded. I know Snap School, I know Remind One-on-One that are both pretty much doing the same. So yeah, maybe not as much of an innovation as I would have hoped for. Okay, then some more thoughts about what happened last weekend over in Seattle. And the opinion of this article is basically that more teachers, so people with a professional education background, needed to take part in it to leverage and really come with ideas how to change education for the better. On the other hand, I talked with Dave Chappelle of Teach Street, and he told me that actually at Startup Weekend Seattle Edu, they wanted to attract engineering talent to basically get a perspective from people with a non-classic education background to drive innovation to the system. So here you have sort of the two opposed views or opinions on that. Off to the next article in the New Jersey, the state of New Jersey. Two Mandarin schools wanted to come into being, and they were basically denied. I have to say that the article doesn't really go into detail, but it is said or issued in the statement that those two Mandarin schools were apparently proposing unnecessarily specialized programs, so whatever that means. But yeah, I think this leaves some speculation open why and why not. So maybe we are going to hear more about that in the future, and meanwhile you can make up your minds. Next story. Online education is apparently becoming increasingly popular. Well, and when somebody becomes more popular, there's also scam artists just around the corner. And now we have the first cases where apparently a group of people stole or made the attempt to steal federal education money via fake programs and degrees. Okay, next story is about a startup called Bixty, I suppose. And well, college money or college loans are, of course, Next story is about a startup called Bingsty. Dealing with college loans is, of course, taking a big part within the next story is about Bingsty, a startup that helps students to manage and pay off their college loans. College loans, I think, for a very high number of college students, the way to pay for their studies. So there's definitely some sweet spot maybe for a platform to make this process more stringent and or streamlined and easier. Right, then we hear news from the Next Generation Learning Challenge. It goes in the next round and has a total of $12 million to give. Broken down to the individual applicants, this is then to be between $150,000 and $200,000 in the funds matching each application. So not bad at all. One post dealing with social media. I have seen that about myself. I am increasingly less on Twitter, and I'm asking myself where is actually the value, also in relation to all those emerging reputation services like cloud and so on. So it's nice to see that on this blog we have a very detailed overview what Twitter actually brings, and the blogger made a survey last year and a survey this year, and yeah, we just see that there is increasingly noise on Twitter, and the numbers show that actually one tweet a year ago for him issued 500 visits on his website to now compared to only 2.74 visits one tweet generates as visitors on the specific site. So yeah, I would definitely say we need to find a way how to filter the noise and how to find relevant information in all this deluge of information. And yeah, so it really seems that the social media bubble is becoming bigger and bigger. Next story about the well-known IKEA Effect, and now there's discussion going on whether this might be applicable to education as well. So in terms of discussing whether students or us all, so whether we might learn better when we build things on our own. So yeah, basically through the experience of really creating something, if this then also generates a greater learning effect. So very interesting post to read here, and very interesting sort of mindset to follow as well. And the last story for today is also related to the brain. Not a really new story, but I find it very interesting. And in terms of educational games becoming more and more discussed about and maybe even popular. So basically this study over here shows that the better gamers have bigger brains and that they are better learners too. So of course in an educational context we need to see how to meaningfully implement educational games to boost learning. And I think this is a very interesting concept. Alright everybody, that's it for this week's After Hours. I hope you enjoyed it, you found some relevant and interesting articles. See you all next week. Take care, bye bye.
I'm staring at my laptop screen, scrolling through the feed. I'm subscribed to 100 blogs, but there's still nothing to read.